Do you know what that snowflake means? It means it's cold. And you know what's not working right now is my heat. I've had this car in a very warm climate the whole time I've owned it. It's been down in Florida, and I very recently went somewhere cold, and this is the first time the car's even seen cold while I've owned it. And now the heat's not working like the first really cold day. I mean, it says 30 degrees down there. The heat feels like it's probably coming out 31 degrees. Like it is cold. So I don't know what's going on. I got a few ideas off the top of my head, but let me go find somewhere safe to park and we can talk about this a little more. I'll show you what's going on. All right, so I've got the heat cranked all the way up, and if I put my hand over here, it literally feels like it's coming out like the 30 degrees outside. Like I have to have gloves on because my hands are going ice cold, even with the heated steering wheel on. So I don't know what's going on here. I have a couple thoughts of what it could be. This is definitely not how I wanted to start the day, though. This is not a good start. Okay, off the top of my head, first thing my mind went to was the water pump. If that's not pumping the coolant around, we have a problem. I mean, that's probably $2,000 to fix, just going off the top of my head. Very fitting. I have my Audi sweatshirt on today, actually. This is very, very ironic. Second thing, thermostat, probably like a $700 fix. Neither one is ideal. 700 is better than 2,000. I don't really want it to be either. The one thing that could be the case, because it would make sense, I've never really checked it. I assume the dealer was checking it, but the coolant level, I mean, the car's always been right in the correct, operating zone for the temperatures, but I've never really needed the heat. So maybe there's just not enough coolant to run the heat. I can't really check that till the car cools off. So this video is going to go into the next day, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Also, I just realized I never said welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Exotics Anonymous. And yeah, this is a very different video than usual. Okay, I'm not having a great day because the hood of the car is open, and that's not normally how I start my days. All right, so I got the hood open now on the car, and I'm looking at the coolant tank here, and it does look like it's actually really low to me. I mean, the level looks like it's down there, and the minimum line is up here. So I'm hoping that's all it is. I'm going to go and grab some coolant and see if I top it off, if the heat will start working again. This is a good sign. It could be a lot worse, because if this isn't it, whatever's causing it's somewhere in there, and I'm not looking to tear that out if I don't have to. So hopefully this is it. I'll get back to you guys in the next clip, and hopefully things are better. All right, so I filled the coolant up. I put it just above the minimum, not near the maximum line, so that should be just the right amount so it doesn't, expand when it's heated up or anything. So I'm going to hop in, fire it up, let the car warm up a bit, and see if the heat kicks on. Hopefully that fixes my problem, because if not, I probably got a bigger thermostat-related issue, which is much deeper into the car. Actually, it might be over there. So hopefully this is it, and we'll see. Also, don't try and open this when the car's hot. Just thought I'd let you know. I'm looking at my engine right now. I just realized the Audi logo, I think, fell off, because the V8 TS FSI is an actual badge, and it looks like there was an Audi badge, but it's not there. So I'm gonna have to look back at pictures and see if that was on there the whole time or if I never had that. And hello from the future. I forgot to say, make sure that the level you put in stays between, where it was when you put it in, because if there's a lot less, you might have to add some more, and then if there's even less after adding more, you might have a leak somewhere. So make sure it's at this level after you've driven the car a couple times, just to be sure there's nothing else going on. All right, so check this out. I just drove it for a little bit, got the car nice and warm. Shout out to my dad for this nice temperature gun, but 92. I had it 100.4 a few seconds ago. So plenty of heat now. Coolant fixed the problem. Very happy it wasn't something else. Look at that 108 it just said. This thing is cranking. All right, so I figured because I was doing a little, maintenance repair video, I kind of wanted to talk about what owning this car has been like, because I've had it for over 6 years now. And this generation, Audi S6, S7, RS7, throw the S8 in there too, definitely were probably known for more reliability issues than most other Audi models. I believe other than like the V10 S6, for example, with the Lamborghini engine, these were probably the most unreliable cars they've ever made. But I think that gets a misconception and like a bad name, because this car's never left me stranded once, except for when a battery died, but that could happen to any car. It's literally never left me stranded for any other reason. The only time this car was ever having any real trouble is when the dealer accidentally knocked a wire loose and it was shorting out, hitting the engine block. That was the only time I've ever had any real issue with this car. Everything else has just been a non-serious light of some kind. Take it to the dealer, easy fix. I've had a warranty on the car that covered most of it. And I am going to do a separate video breaking down every single repair I've ever had done to this car, because that's probably too much to put into this video. It's been a lot of money, spoiler alert, so stay tuned for that video if you want to see what I've spent on this one. But overall, I feel like it's not very fair to say these cars aren't reliable, because it's never been a situation where I need to go somewhere and rely on it and it couldn't get me there. It's always been, something stupid I have to take to the dealer, and yeah, it's an expensive repair, and if you don't have a warranty, it's probably a lot of money out of pocket. But if you do have a warranty, you're probably not going to get left stranded by the car. I've driven this car, an entire day, at highway speeds with no issues. I mean, it works great. I mean, I've done long, like, you know, 8-9 hour drives on this car all in one day with no issues. So I think reliability is not fair. These cars are built for the Autobahn in Germany. They're not even built for, you know, messing around in America. I feel like they can take whatever you're going to throw at it. Well, now people start tuning them and stuff, and then maybe you have different issues. But I think leaving it, you know, how Audi intended, they work pretty well. They probably could have got a little more power out of the engine. I mean, the S8 made closer, I think, to 520, I want to say. So they probably could have got this closer to there too. But when you put these on a dyno, they end up getting, you know, over 400 to the wheels. So they're probably making closer to 480, 490, almost 500 at the crank. So the car makes plenty of power. It's definitely faster than you think it's going to be. Everyone I've ever had in this car says it's faster than they expected. If they're a car person, you know, they have expectations for a car. Other people are shocked if I just step on it, and they did not expect it to be that fast. You know, they get pinned to their seat. So if they see it, they think it's like a nice big luxury car, and it is, but it also, you know, has that other side of it. So I will say I'm very happy this is not a bigger issue, and the coolant was to fix, because if that wasn't it, then, you know, I was already looking at videos of what had to be done next, and it was a nightmare. I mean, all the stuff in the engine bay had to start coming off to get to things that are like under the dash, or I think you could have gone through the glove box too to get to like the flapper door, but luckily that's not the issue. It doesn't seem like it's, you know, a thermostat issue or water pump or anything like that. It was literally just needed some coolant. I guess it must have just drained out over time. So not a big deal there. And I mean, I've had the car 6 years. That's the first time I've ever had a coolant issue. So, and there was just not enough coolant in there to run the heat, but the car never said it was overheating. The temperatures were always normal, so it was really just a heat thing. The car was working great the whole time. So I still think these are pretty solid cars. I mean, they can take a lot of usage, really. So I mean, they're pretty great. But yeah, I definitely will make a long maintenance video detailing everything I've had done to this car. I think it'll be really interesting for anyone considering buying one, or anyone that's had one that wants to just, you know, kind of see what somebody else's experience has been like. But definitely a long list of items that have been done, but the car always works great out, you know, even before some of these repairs get done, the car feels great still, and then it just feels, you know, 10% better after they're done. But honestly, it's just been wear items. I haven't had any serious issues with it, knock on wood. So there's no wood in here, it's all carbon fiber, but that's a good problem to have. I have to say, I don't have to wear these gloves anymore when I drive, because it was so cold in here without the heat working that, like, my hands were getting, you know, chilled by the AC just blowing in my fingers. So I'd have to shut it off, and then the car would get stuffy, open some windows. So I'm glad that that was such an easy fix. All right, guys, so the S6 is fixed again. Not that it was really broken, it just needed coolant, not a big deal at all. This is actually the first time this car's ever seen snow in my ownership, so kind of exciting, but I'm trying to keep it off the roads because of all the crap and salt in the ground. I don't have to drive it every day right now, so it's not a big deal. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, stay tuned for that next one about the actual maintenance and running costs of this car. Much more dramatic than this video, I would say. But, you know, all the stuff that's already been done, so not a big deal. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.